Hey, this is Linda Neverfor here, and I welcome you to another episode of the networking series today. I hope you are doing incredible, and I hope you are amazing. So, I welcome you once again, and if it is your first time coming to my channel, of course, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell to get a notification when the next value drops. And if you're watching me live on Facebook, hit that follow button because that is one of the best decisions you're going to make in your life this year. And I'm going to share with you why. So today, a lot of people have low self-esteem. And of course, without their consent, they are not even aware that they do have low self-esteem. And it has been a stumbling block into their progress, into their growth, into their productivity, without their consent. And that is why I've decided in this series to be able to bring that to the table. Right. So I'm going to share with you signs that are going to show you when you have low self-esteem. And of course, it is fine if you have low self-esteem, but it is not fine if you identify that you do have low self-esteem and you do nothing about it. And that is why I'm bringing this awareness, because I know that when you know better, you're gonna do better. Incredible. So what are one of the signs? Of course, it's not limited to what I have to share here. You can actually do your research here and there. And of course, if you need to meet a therapist, depending on your own level, of course you know where to find them. So don't forget to subscribe while we share this value with you, of course. So one of the things that will show you that actually that is a sign of low self-esteem is what I call when you are always dependent on people for your success. You don't depend on people for your success. Yeah, I know. We talk about connecting with people, how people are going to help you do all of those things. But you are only permitted to depend on God and then serve people. So by virtue of you depending on God, you have what we call Godfidence that fosters your confidence. And of course, you know that you depending on God and building that kind of Godfidence is as a series of your encounters with God. And your encounters are what forms your convictions to what you are doing. So whether people agree with you or not, because you know that God is solely behind you and you depend wholly on Him for what you are about to do, you don't need to depend on people. That's why people run into rejection, run into different things in a slightest challenge. That is why you see people, they thrive, entrepreneurs thrive in the season of recession because of this. There is an inner capacity that tells them to continue to work on this because that is where their conviction lies. So if you're the kind of person that depend on people, you don't need to depend on people. As a matter of fact, people run away when they see that you depend on them. And when you depend on them, you will always use people instead of serve them. You will always be tempted to use people negatively or abuse, right? It's not just using, because if you want to use people, it means they are useful and you want to help their life. But you're going to misuse people. Because of what? You are solely dependent on them. You think without them you can't succeed, without some sets of persons. And that's why you are still in that toxic association. You think that there is a lot of excuses that is enabling you to be where you are. It is because your parents did not support you. It is because your husband did not agree with you. Although I know the effect of all of those things, right? Yes. But you need to understand that it is not solely dependent on God. And as a matter of fact, you were first a single before you become a couple. So there are a lot of treasures that lies within you that you should be able to know your worth. So it's a call for you to actually get in awareness of yourself, so you don't become needy in the minds of people. People are going to draw to or be attracted to you when you show them that you don't need them. Of course, that's why influencers will keep growing their followership, because they are thriving in their space and people are looking for their values. So if you understand that it is your value first, and it's not everyone who is going to agree with you, of course you know now that it is not dependent on people. And there are people who will come for a certain period of time. Your life or your destiny is not just tied to them. They are just there for a season in your life. You can let them go. That is what love is, because love is sacrifice. You will let them go because you love yourself and you are very obsessed about your dreams to make it come true. So whoever that is going to agree with you is the people you should focus on. It's not people who are not paying attention because you think everybody will be able to align with you. So the moment you begin to realize that you are depending so much, you are building entitlement mentality, and that is a sign of low self-esteem. You don't know your worth. That is the meaning. So you estimate yourself based on what people have to say, and you always focus on people's validation over your success, or how your energy can be captivated in order to fight for your dreams. That is a sign of low self-esteem. Another thing that will show that you have a low self-esteem is when you begin to compete with people instead of collaborating with them. Right? Results of people should inspire you to go hard on your dreams. It's not for you to make you feel like you are better than them. See, we are great not because this is Linda Onemefo. You won't find Linda again. This is the Linda Onemefo that exists in this world. I don't have myself at any other place. So what is so special about me? It is because of the value. There is nothing special about me. It's just the value that I exude that is very unique, that no one else can actually exude the way I do it. So why not? Why are you competing with people? So the whole factor of the fact that you are competing with people is that you lack the discovery of your path. Because if you know what it takes for people to get to the level of where they are, you will honor it. And that's why when you begin to compete with people, what is going to happen is that you will no longer focus on your dream. You begin to fight with people. So you no longer fight for your dreams. You begin to fight with people. And for every failure or for every downfall, you will always blame people for that. So you will no longer live for yourself. You begin to live for others, because you are always looking at, why would Linda get that kind of result? Instead of asking, how did Linda get that kind of result? It calls for collaboration for you to find out the cost of that result and know if it is a strategy that you can employ in your unique industry to also thrive. That's collaboration. Of course. So, but when you begin to see that people are now a pest to your own success, that is a sign of low self-esteem. And you compete with people for the sake of showing them that you are superior, that you can do it better. You know, all this motivation, you can do it better, you can do this one. It's not like you can do it better than someone else. It's just that that strategy that that person employed is something you can do to better the line or the discovered path of your dreams. So you can do that better. It's not that you can do better than that person. So everybody is unique. Excellence, everything, every value system, you are unique to yourself. It is your uniqueness and creativity that separates you from everyone else, right? So you need to apply that to be able to find out the cost of those results, rather than fighting those results to show that you are more superior. All right? The third most critical one is when you are arrogant in the name of confidence to be able to secure your inferiority complex. So when people are trying to tell you the truth, you take it so personal. They are telling you the truth. You already know that you are fucked up, or you already know that you didn't do it well, or you already know that. That's why so many people cannot be able to stay in mentorship, because relationship gives you discipline. A lot of people cannot stay in mentorship because they think that whatever criticism, or whatever correction that was given to them is to criticize them personally instead of helping them to develop better. So you always do that because you already feeling inferior. You are so insecure about yourself. You are so insecure about yourself because of this lack of self-awareness. You now begin to think that that person is trying to fight you because you don't have what he has. And then you begin to confidently tell them, you don't know what you're saying, you don't do this, you don't do that. You become arrogant in the name of you are confidently defending yourself. Instead, you are trying to secure your inferiority complex. That is a sign of low self-esteem. If you want to begin the journey of discovering yourself, knowing redefining your self-concept, and of course, having a high self-esteem, it's time to type CGC in the comment section. It's time to click the link in my description click the link in my description so we have that conversation. It is time to click on the link on my bio if you're watching me on Facebook so we get you started. It is time for you to actually get the convictions that you need to succeed in your unique space. You have a world, you have a kingdom to rule. And of course, the world is your stage. So why are you stopping yourself with all of this? So to Ajara, oh. So to give you one bonus, another thing that will actually show you, another thing, critical thing, that will show you that you have low self-esteem is that you have already started a business and then you find it very difficult to put a price in your business. You know, self-esteem is all about self-estimation of your worth. Okay, so how do you make estimate of yourself, of the worth? How do you make estimate of that? People will even want to price you millions, but because you are having a low self-esteem, you price yourself 1,000, right? So there are a lot of your values. That's why you need to submit to mentorship. That's why you need help. You need help, my sister. So you can, it is going to affect your conviction is marketing your business, because everyone is in the business of their dreams, whether you like it or not. And therefore you need to learn how to sell. And one thing that helps you to put a price in, because it is people that put worth to the paper you call money. It is people that put worth. That is why in Nigeria, for instance, in Nigeria, what 5 naira can buy a decade ago cannot buy anything today, because it is people that actually place value on those. So today, 5 naira, what is it going to buy? But then it can actually buy some things. It can buy a lot of things to some extent, right? But now it's useless. Why? Because there is a transition and people have placed more value on other things more than that. So you need to be able to understand that your pricing, when you price yourself low, it's not about the money. It's self-estimation that helps you to understand that you are worth it. A lot of people do not know their worth. And that is why you should be able to find confident global champions. Be in the community of confident global champions to help you to build self-esteem. Yesterday we had a masterclass on the aspect of mentorship, and trust me, I was able to disintegrate the part of where you can actually become a good mentee. We call it menteeship. Because a lot of people focus on what the mentor has to do because of this particular low self-esteem, because they do not know their worth, and because they are so inexperienced and their unwillingness to learn. They don't know how to maximize mentorship. And we were able to disintegrate and integrate concepts that is going to help them maximize mentorship relationship for their growth, productivity, and profitability. You want to be in that space where you increase your level of confidence by co-leading with other leaders in the confident global champions. You want to be part of those people who want to increase who want to build a strong self-esteem that is going to bring into your consciousness the worth of yourself, so you can be able to carry yourself with competence in order to exude with what you are called to this world to do. We're in the deployment of your purpose, and that is why you need to type CGC in the comment section. That is why you need to subscribe to this channel, because we are bringing a lot in the table. That is why you need to click the link in the description of this channel in order to engage that one-on-one conversation with me. And I can't wait to welcome you as one, and I can't wait for your life to be transformed. But of course, the ball is in your court to make that decision, and I will be on the other side, and as I'm going to meet you there when you make that decision. With that, I want to say thank you so much for joining the live series today. Until I come your way, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget that I'm your go-to-get networking strategist, as well as your friend and beauty queen, Linda on Emerald. Bye for now.